Well, wearing a shirt with a dragon on it, and that prompted me to make another video, this time about dragons and Satan and the serpent in the garden and some of the symbolism there. So let's start with the garden. So the serpent comes and convinces Eve to go against God's will. Okay. Now, what's interesting about serpents? Well, after the fall, God casts them to crawl on their belly, right? To lick the dust of the earth. Now, what does it mean to be on your belly and against the earth? It's a symbol of earthiness, of earthliness, right? Now, earthliness we can associate with the flesh. Now, later we see Satan in Revelation depicted as a dragon. Well, what's a dragon? A dragon is a flying snake, essentially, right? So what is it about a snake that resembles flesh now being in the air? What does that mean? Well, we see what it means when we hear Paul talk about we were all once beholden to the ruler of the kingdom of the air. And what is the air? Well, he speaks a little bit about elementalism there too, and he gives us some insight about these elemental symbols and how we shouldn't look at things that way, but they're still used to communicate to us. At least I believe so. So air typically is associated with the mind. So what happens? The flesh has a desire. It rises up into the mind. And like a dragon, a powerful thing, it rules the mind and causes us to sin. When the mind and the flesh are in accord, then we do what they say generally. That's why when Cain is resentful against Abel, God speaks to him and says, sin is crouching at your door, but you must rule over it. Right? He's saying you have to take the higher position. You can't let it get up over you and take over your mind. Your mind has to stay above it. And that's why we always see God depicted as his ways being higher than ours, his thoughts being higher than ours. Thoughts imply mind, right? So, I hope that's helpful.